Hi guys, so I'm going to be going over jump board basics, just the footwork today. Jump board can be fantastic if it's done properly and if it's done well. Those of you who don't know me, I have actually really bad knees. I was in a accident when I was 18. I worked in a go-kart track and I got hit. So the front roll bar hit my knees, the back one hit my hips and sent me flying. And my knees, ever since then, have been a source of great pain for me. The great thing about jumping, now don't do this too soon if you're still new to your practice and everything, and please try to do it by somebody who is properly trained so they can watch you, because there's a lot of things going on. We're going to try to go over all of them, but sometimes things happen and you just can't see it. When you jump, because you control how heavy the springs are, you're pretty much jumping with zero gravity because your spine is in line with the ground. So gravity doesn't really affect you too much. Now it does affect the spine a little bit. We'll go over that. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with just some very basic footwork, warming up. Gotta warm up, right? And then some basic jumps, just to get you going, to get your heart rate up, to get the quads going. Sound good? So I'm starting on 3 heavy springs. My jump board set up, my carriage, my gear bar has been moved ahead, my stopper has been moved ahead, so that because the jump board on my machine sits farther away than what the foot bar does. So you need to make sure that you have your jump board in the proper position, your carriage in the proper position, all that stuff. Okay guys? So let's come down onto our backs. So, and you can adjust your headrest if you wish. Well, you should. So start with the feet together, and you're just going to press and in. Neutral pelvis, 3 heavy springs. You can do 3 heavy if you normally do 2 reds and a blue on the foot bar, because the jump board gives way more stability. There's tons of things that you can do with the jump board that don't involve jumping that still work appropriately. Good. Let's go for 3 and 2. Good. And 1. Good. And come in. Good. Now slide down so the toes are together, and you're going to lift. Weights in the big toe, second toe. You're going to press and come in. Press, come in, press, and in. I'm actually not too sure if my head is staying in the video at this point. That's okay, you don't need to see my head. It's more focused on what the feet are doing and the knees. Knees stay pointing straight up. So I'm what you call knock-kneed. It's very slight, so my knees won't come right together. No wait, what did I say? I'm bow-legged, I'm not knock-kneed. Knock-kneed is where you're together and the feet are wide, so when you press out, you might actually have to have the feet wider because the knees are together. I'm bow-legged. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my knees don't touch. Or you might be perfect, okay? If you're perfect, good for you. You don't have to worry about all these other weird alignments that we have to hold. So I'm trying to keep my femurs, okay, my thigh bones, straight up and down, okay? Good. 1 more. Good. And come in. Good job. Nice and wide, laterally rotated. The toes are on the very edges of the jump board, rolling open from the pelvis. Okay? Neutral pelvis still. Don't curl into the back. You're going to press and in. Press and in. In. Good. I'm going to move my feet down a little lower. There we go. Make sure that your knees are pointing on the same angle, so look in your lower peripheral. Press. Good. Make sure that you're staying relaxed through the body. Good. 1 more. Press. Come in, and I want you to rock. Good. Now relax all the muscles you can. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press out. Good. And come back in. Next, now we're going to go medial. So turning in, okay, you're rotating the thigh bones in towards one another, okay? The feet go out, but don't make it happen from the feet, okay? Make it happen from the thighs. Nice neutral pelvis. Press and press. Good. And you imagine you have the Earth's strongest magnet between the knees. We can't work medial normally, so that's why it's so important. Okay, whenever you get on the reformer, unless well, I was gonna say unless you're pigeon-toed. If you're pigeon-toed, you still need to strengthen this direction. Okay, so good. 2 and 1. Good, and come in and rock. Good. You're gonna feel things burning, and that's okay. Just smile and breathe. Good. Good. 3 and 2 and 1, and press out. And come back in. Good job. So now we're going to start jumping. You do not jump on 3 reds. Okay? In fact, I haven't jumped in a while, so to be honest. So, and my quads are my weak part of my body. So I have an autoimmune issue, and it decides that it likes to take my quads away. So it's okay. Still have to work on strengthening them. So you can normally do 2 reds if you want. Very careful 2 reds. Very heavy, very hard, right? Because now we're jumping. I'm going to go on a red and a blue. So 1.5 springs, 2 reds, 2 full springs, whatever you want. You can also, if you happen to have your quarter spring, you could easily go to 1 3/4. I call those guys the on the fencers. It's like, I don't want to do a red and a blue, but I don't also want to do 2 reds. So I'm going to do a red and a blue and a white. We're going to go en français, right? So, okay, down we go. Okay, so what we're going to do, okay, we're going to be working with, when you jump on heavy springs, so this is considered heavy for jumping, okay, what we're going to be doing, okay, nice neutral pelvis, okay, is you do 4 jumps to the center, okay. Now there's 4 basic foot positions, okay. There's parallel, there's lateral heels together, there's parallel wide, and lateral wide, okay. So really it's like doing one of those dances from the 60s or 70s. You want to try to keep your toes up high on the top of the jump board. When you're jumping on heavy springs, you exhale on the way in. You need to come in. If you land out here and jam and stop, you're actually jumping into your back. Not good, guys, okay? Also with heavy springs, if you notice your neck gripping, take the headrest down all the way. Or you also might prop the head up. So necks are weird when it comes to this. So press the head down. You can also turn the palms up. I know, it's like I'm getting you prepared. We're going to do 10 of each of the foot positions I just said. Ready, guys? Let's go. So inhale and exhale. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, flowing through the foot. 4. Good. 1, 2. Now we're starting our 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And feet. 1. Good. 2. Landing with the core. 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing. 7. No strain. 8, 9, and 10. Wide parallel. 1, 2, 3, in. 4, in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wide lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And come in. Good. So that's the warm-up. It just sort of gets you moving all the different directions and everything. Gets you going well. One of my favorite things to do, because even though I know my quads don't like to work, is we're going to drop down actually. Let's drop down to 1 red. And we are going to activate the core of the hamstrings, and we're going to get the feet moving. We're going to to do what I call ankle jumping. So you do need to be able to come up into flexion for this. If you can't do flexion comfortably, you can put a ball under the head. Just make sure it's under the skull so you're lengthening up the back of the neck. Okay, so ready? So you're going to press out, red spring, it's light, and you're going to walk down, okay, from here. Now we just did the 4-foot positions, okay, we're repeating them again, but we're jumping, flowing through the big toe, center toe of the foot, and you are not bending your knees or your hips. I guess you'd have to, oh no, you wouldn't have to, but no bending anything. Ready? Pull the ribs down, take a breath, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, land the heels, 5, 6, 7, good, 9, 10, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, wide parallel, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lateral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and come in. Oh, that's calves. Okay, so, it's okay, you guys can cry. When I'm teaching, I do it a lot of smiling and asking how everybody is, and because I get it, right? Just because I teach this stuff doesn't mean I don't feel it, okay? So, what we're going to do now is we're going to stay, actually, you know, I'm going to go to a red and a white. So I'm on 1 1/4 springs, okay? We're going to do some alternate leg jumping. So I'm going to be lifting one leg and just jumping one leg. That's why we aren't as high as a red and a blue. I think a red's too light unless your muscles are really tiny, which is fine. Okay, if your structure is tinier muscles, then don't feel bad about reducing weight. If you're like my guys, okay, my guys have bigger muscles, right? Or a lot of women who play a lot of like heavy duty sports, bigger muscles, that's fine. We have to find and adjust to the springs that work for you. Okay, notice how as I talk, I'm still pressing in and out because I want to keep my legs moving. I don't want to just stop. Okay, so as much as I can still feel my calves working, I just want to still keep them going. Okay, ready? So we're going to do like 10 on the right, 10 on the left, alternating. 10 on the right, 10 on the left, alternating. Anybody who does these with me knows that my counting isn't fantastic. So, just like any Pilates instructor, counting is highly overrated. So, all good. Ready, guys? 4 jumps to the center. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And hold the right one up. 2, or left, I don't care. 3, 4, 5, 6, make sure you're coming in, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and in the air, switch in the air. Good, and make sure you're reaching. So really extend the leg. You shouldn't be moving your machine. If your machine is traveling, either your floor is really slipping or you're pounding the feet into the jump board. You're not. You're landing with the core. Land softly. Flow through the foot. Flow through the foot. Good. Ready? Back to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 7. Make sure you're extending the leg as you jump. Push it. Push it. Good. So if you are hitting the end, that's a sign you need more weight, okay? If you can fully extend. And also height comes in too, right? I'm not that tall. I know everybody thinks I'm taller. I'm really not that tall. So I have a fair amount of ways to go. Good. Good. And let's bring it in. Good. So you can keep going and keep going and keep going. You can change and count down if you want. Those are, you might, if you have bad knees, you might feel your knees working. You should feel the quads working. You should not feel your back or your spine. And that is your jump board starters for now. Watch for more videos to come. Have a great day.